Herald-Tribune political reporter Jeremy Wallace with me now, and Michelle Obama in town today.
Yeah, absolutely. She comes in town at a time when most of the attention is on the Republicans, but of course now the Obamas are trying to make it clear that they too are interested in November, coming up, and so you saw her in town today for a private fundraiser. It was up in North Sarasota, right on the Sarasota Bayfront. About 250 people gathered, and it was mostly what you expected, a pep talk to the Democratic supporters out there to let them know where the Obamas are and what accomplishments that they think they have that will help them fight whoever wins the Republican nomination on Tuesday.
Did she mention actually anything about the candidates?
Well, she didn't mention anybody specifically by name, but she really clearly honed in on the calls for reforming or repealing the health care reform. She made an emphatic plea to this group that they need to fight to help them preserve it. And she point blank asked them, do you want to see health care reform repealed? And clearly the response from the crowd was no. And so she made a bold kind of a stance to say that we are going to fight for this thing, and there's a lot more for us to do.
And I'm sure this was an expensive fundraiser. About how long was she
Absolutely. She was there, she got in about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and didn't leave until about 2:15 when her motorcade was leaving. So she was there quite a bit of time. It cost $500 per person to attend. And it was interesting that kind of the issue she was hitting on. There was one issue that caught us by surprise. She started talking about the Fair Pay Act for women. That was the first thing she brought up in this crowd and really spent several minutes talking about it. And so she was clearly targeting the message to the Sarasota audience, trying to remind them it's like, hey, if there are women out there, we're behind you. And so it's kind of an interesting, the gamut of issues that she went through.
All right, Jeremy. Well, thank you very much. You can read more about the First Lady's visit in tomorrow's Herald-Tribune.